I've done over 150 fix and flips and wholesales right here in Las Vegas. And today I'm going to show you guys how I pitched a potential private money lender on funding one of my deals. And spoiler alert, she did end up moving forward and funding the entire deal. So if you have a potential private lender that you want to pitch on funding one of your deals, feel free to copy this framework so that you can get your private lender to fund your deal as well. Let's go watch the video. Hey Lauren, so I wanted to just kind of walk you through the entire what I'm seeing with this deal. So right here, this is actually the property. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This property already looks renovated. Like, what's going on? Well, these photos are from about 3 years ago, and the property is not in bad shape currently, but it's not as good as the photos in on here. So here's what we need to do to this property. We're gonna trash out all the stuff that's not in good condition. We need to put a new toilet in, new towel bar, new shower trim, some new lights, more lighting, fans, smoke detectors. And we need to repaint everything. The walls, I don't know if they were like drawn on or what the case was, but they need to be repainted. All the flooring needs to be redone. When we were walking through the property, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like as if you were walking through some like poorly installed flooring, just put it that way. So we need to redo all the flooring. Gonna touch up the showers, or shower. There's only one. Gonna fix up like some of the wood on the vanity in the bathroom. Gonna fix up some of the cabinets and whatnot. New baseboards, new locks, door handles, new closet doors. Yeah, and just a couple other like miscellaneous items like new appliances, fix a leak. They put some of the stuff in Spanish. I'm just kind of like translating some of it as I go. Um, and then just a couple other miscellaneous items. So the total for that is $12,000, but really it's 13,500 because this does not include the fee that we pay to get all of the construction supervised. And to be super honest with you, 99% of flips they go over budget by like 10 up to 20%. So let's just say, let's just say we're expecting to spend around 13,500 on the construction. Now, if I didn't already share what the address was, it is this right here. And I'll text that to you as well. Now, here's the funny thing with this property. So it's 797 square feet. And the funny thing is, if you see this one here that already sold, that was also 797 square feet. That one was me. I bought that property, and we turned it from a completely fire damaged property to this, right? So I am already extremely familiar with this unit, with this floor plan, because again, my team and I bought that one, and then my team took care of the construction. I wonder if there's any photos from when I bought it, out of curiosity. Yeah, so I bought this. It was completely fire damaged, and we did pretty good on it. So I'm willing to partner with you on this one instead of just wholesaling it to you. So that way you kind of have me along to hold your hand along the way. And so we're both in this together. If there's money to be made, we both make money. If money is lost, which I really don't think that's the case, but in the event money were to be lost, we would both be losing money as well, just like any other flip. But I don't say that to scare you. I'm just saying it's business. It's an investment. Every time you do business or every time you invest, there's always some sort of a risk. But let me share with you why I don't think there's too much of a risk on this one at all. So I'm pulling up the comps. So I'm not going to use this one as an example. This one was bought by somebody else to do a flip. But let's take a look at these other three right here. So I'm going to highlight these other three. This one sold for 141, and it was also a flip. This one was mine. We sold it for 140, also a flip. And then this one is under contract, and this is a good friend of mine. And this is also a flip. Okay, so these are all flips, and they're selling between 140 and 145. I'm gonna call him and see what they're listed at 145, but that doesn't mean that they're actually gonna sell for 145. They could sell for less, they could sell for more. Given the fact that they've been on the market for 32 days, I don't think they're selling for more than 145. They're either anywhere between 135 and 145. That's my prediction, but I'm going to call Steve and find out anyway. So with that information, let's kind of look at the numbers and see what the projected profit would be. I'm putting our ARV, the amount that I think we can resell the property for, at 135. That number is 5 to 10 grand lower than all of the comps, but I always like to be a little bit conservative when we're making investments. So that way, the safer we are, the better. And if it ends up selling for more, then obviously that's fantastic. Rehab, not including the construction management fee, we're at $12,000. And then we would be buying this for $94,000. With these numbers right here, so we buy it for $94,000, we spend $12,000, and we sell it for $135, the profit would be $20,000, which we would be splitting. And then I understand your parents are letting you borrow money. So let's say I get 10 grand, you get 10 grand. What you do with that 10 grand, that's a conversation for you and your parents on what they think is a fair amount for them, for letting you borrow the $100,000, right? So that's a conversation for you guys to have. Now, when we're flipping houses, there's really three main roles, right? So number one is finding the deal. Number two is bringing the money. And then number three is managing the entire operation, right? So an example of that is this, just kind of being like the brain behind it all, realizing what is a potential deal versus what's not a potential deal, figuring out what needs to be renovated versus what do we not need to spend money on, handling the property being sold and all that stuff, right? So I would be doing two of those three things. So finding the deal and doing all of the management, and really your only role is to bring the money to the table. So you would be funding 100% of the purchase and the renovation. I know you have $100,000, so you're just going to need to find an extra 12 to 15. Okay, and that's really easy to do. So again, you just bring the money and we'll split the projected $20,000 50-50. Could be less, could be more. If the property sells for, let's say, 140, then we're splitting 25, right? Or if it sells for 145, then we're splitting around 30. These are just projections, kind of like ballpark numbers of where we would have to be at. And I mean, I think this is the best possible shot for a starter, like a beginner deal. It's as cheap as you're going to find, in Vegas. There's really nothing else under 100 grand. It's not a heavy renovation, right? Like it's already pretty renovated. We just got to touch up some things. And then there's three comps as well, right? There's two that have sold and one that's under contract. So for all those reasons, I think it's fair, or I think it's a good deal for your first one. And I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm not just wholesaling this property to you, meaning I'm not saying, "Hey, Lauren, I have a contract to buy this house for 94,000. Give me $6,000, and I will give the contract to you for you to buy it. And if you make money, great. If you lose money, sucks to be you, right?" Like I'm not doing that. I'm saying, "Hey, I will partner with you. You bring the money. When we make money, we'll split it. I don't think we're going to lose money, but in the event that we do lose money, whatever the loss is, I will come out of my pocket to make sure that I pay my fair share of that." So that being said, we per the contract, we need to have our earnest money into the title company by Monday. If so you have to send, just make sure that $3,000 are sent to the title company by Monday. If that doesn't happen, then we're not able to do this deal. I will still buy this deal no matter what. But I'm just saying that if you don't send $3,000 to the title company by Monday, you're not going to be able to be a part of this deal. And that's just, the contract between us as the buyers and the seller. We need to have our deposit in by Monday, and the closing for this one is on Friday. So Monday, 3 grand, actual closing by Friday. Typically, we want to send the money a day or so in advance. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I might be leaving. I might be going to Florida towards the end of the week. So if that's the case, I'll let you know. So we might just send the money by like middle of the week, so I can go in there and sign docs and get them all notarized before I fly out to Florida. So that's everything that you really need to know on this deal. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. I mean, we talked about the purchase price, the rehab, the projected profit, the plan for construction, your role, my role. Yeah, I mean that's everything really. So if you have any questions, let me know, and you have to let me know today if you're moving forward with this or not. Um, if you're not, that's perfectly fine, but that just tells me I need to go and and send the money in myself on Monday or whatnot. But as your friend, I am telling you, I do think this is one that you should jump in on. And again, I'm not just talking out of my rear end. I'm literally telling you that I will be a 50-50 partner on this. So if money is lost, it's not just on you. I will go ahead and pay my fair share as well. But for all the reasons we just talked about, I don't see that being the case. However, I will never be the guy that says, "Oh, there's no risk at all," and with making an investment or with doing business, because that's not true, right? You know, there's always some level of risk with any deal, but I don't think that the risk on this one is very much at all. So yeah, that's all the information on this one. If you have any questions, let me know. See ya. Bye.